We cleared the tall grass. We pulled out the beans when I was talking about that were planted over the carrots. Now these beans are new seeds for us to plant right here. We can eat dried beans and make burritos, or we can stick these right back into the ground. So we'll take these, that's what these are right here. These are the children of the other beans that I planted. You also see right next to it right there, there's beets. There'll be thousands of beets, carrots, and all sorts of things coming out of this side of the mass of this mound. And that's why it's important for us to keep the sprinklers for a little while and keep this wet just like we did that other one. And then afterwards, we won't really have to wet it but once or twice a week and just real minimal sprinkles because the mound itself holds the moisture. Rather than transpiring it, it moves it around through the fungal colonies. And when we talk about mycelium, the mushrooms here are just the fruit. The mycelium is actually this right here, all this white stuff you see. And so I've taken different mycelium cultures and the forms of logs and stuff I've taken out of the forest and its healthy ecosystems, and I've introduced them into this pile, along with what the plants have on the outside of them already. So all of this mycelium in here, some of it mycorrhizal, which means it has a relationship with the plants and can feed them and bring them what they need. It's a little bit more complex than that. We feel there's like several relationships with so much different type of fungi that's not known about yet. We're just scratching the surface of it. So organic matter in the ground, fungal material in the ground, the more of it, the better. That it's shown to sequester more carbon out of the atmosphere. Carbon is the building blocks of life. Nothing exists without it that's organic and that alive on this planet. So that carbon is basically what we're allowing this pile to do with its own innate system, innate form of intelligence. It's alive. And it's a multitude of creatures, fungi, I don't even know what to call it, all working together in this symbiosis. And what we do is we interrupt that. We see a forest and we go, oh, I'd rather see a field of corn there. Instead of like, wow, I could plant corn all along the edge of this forest where there's sunlight and probably do great. We've changed things to our needs rather than nurturing the needs of what the forest is asking for. And so that's why for all you guys as interns here, you need, and working with us, you need to know that observation is key. Don't ever be afraid to point something out to me. She pointed out the bananas this morning, what could have been bungee rot or it could have been something else. We look at it collectively and we go, okay, what was happening here? What were the events over the last week, 2 weeks? What brought this change? That's how we're looking at farming.